The choice is not made to experience wealth or to be wealth. Fear, other circumstances, all create an effect here. As a result, therefore, wealth goes by, and the individual spends the remainder of his existence wondering why he's never been wealthy, even though within himself there was a sense of wealth. Why did it occur? Because he was not completely willing to accept the experience of wealth, to be wealth. And as a result, therefore, wealth is not experienced. Or, if experienced at all, it's experienced in a limited perspective. Wealth is unlimited. There is no limit to wealth. Wealth is not $1 million. Wealth is not $1 billion. Wealth is not $80 billion. Wealth is simply wealth. Wealth is the overabundance. Notice we said overabundance of all things. So it's not just money. It's relationships, it's energy, it's movement, it's growth. It's every aspect of existence, it's choice. Wealth is everything. And we use wealth here as an example only. You could choose any aspect of existence. You could choose poverty if you wanted to. Some do. Some choose to experience poverty to the same degree that some of you would like to choose wealth. And we say like because most of you have yet to choose it. But some do choose poverty and experience it well. For they see themselves as poor, they are poor. And as a result, therefore, they experience it to the degree that they chose to experience it. That is their reality. They create it. They manifest it. And by the very nature that it is, that reality is, they enjoy it. And this is the next aspect. As creators, we assure you, you do not create anything you do not enjoy. As we've suggested in another of the defining statements of existence, that which you choose, you do so out of joy. So, from that perspective, therefore, whatever you create out of joy. So if you create poverty for yourself, you create it out of joy. If you create struggle in your existence, we assure you, you create it out of joy. Notice how individuals who struggle never, ever choose to remove themselves from struggle, or very seldom. Why? Because they enjoy the struggle. It's like the arm wrestler who enjoys the act of arm wrestling. The arm wrestler defines himself by wrestling arms. The struggler defines himself by struggling. The captain of a ship defines himself as a captain of a ship. The struggler defines himself as a struggle. So, if you observe individuals around you, and you observe their perspectives of existence, their reality that they've created for themselves, observe that they created from joy. And instead of imposing on their existence your judgments, your perspectives, your filters, appreciate their creation. For you cannot appreciate theirs until you appreciate yours, we assure you. But when you do appreciate theirs, you will recognize you are appreciating yours. Appreciate their creation. That individual living in poverty, they created their existence. They enjoy their existence. So therefore, appreciate their existence. Now, that does not mean that if you chose to, you could not provide them with a benefit that would give them a growth. In other words, a benefit of a new perspective to allow them to grow beyond their particular choice. Each individual would choose differently. But the key is to recognize that you, dear friends, do not create their choices, nor do they create yours. But both of you do choose, and therefore create your realities on the basis of that opportunity which is presented to you. And that opportunity that is presented to you was created by the willingness of many entities, all choosing to create a certain perspective of reality which brought about that opportunity. The easiest way to explain this is this. Put 100 people into a room. Now separate 10 of them to the right of the room, and the other 90 to the left. Now take these 10 and allow them each a piece of cardboard 4 feet wide, 6 feet high, on which they can draw a picture. Any picture they want. Each one drawing the picture separately. Not in conjunction with each other, but entirely on their own. Give them, each and every one of them, as many colors as they need, as many crayons as they need, but they must draw a picture on this piece of cardboard, 4 feet wide, 6 feet high. And then when they're complete, have them stand behind their pieces of cardboard and turn them facing outwards to the other 90. The other 90 will look at it and will see a mishmash of different pictures. But wait a minute. Give them time. And of the 90 that observe the mishmash of different pictures, 3 will see it as an amalgamation of different pictures, each one whole and complete within themselves, and yet each one forming a new wholeness and completeness, a new large picture. 3 out of 90 will see the new larger picture. 74 will look at each picture and attempt to understand the dynamics of each one. And not seeing the interrelationship or the larger picture form. And true, they'll attempt to look at it and see if one is related to another, but because all 10 were done separately, not in conjunction, they will look at the pictures and attempt to, because they cannot perceive it as one, they will dissect it into its smallest detail. And 13, the remaining 13, will throw their hands up and leave the room. For they will have no concept at all of what's been done.